Tirano, man.
I'm good, man. You're cooking.
I'm cooking.
Yeah, Sulu.
I got some ginseng, dude. So should we go cook?
Yeah, man.
Let's make something.
Let's do that.
So this is like a recipe that I used to eat at home a lot. It's like chicken.
Shit.
And this is marinated with Goya adobo. There's a whole bunch of this. I won't tell you the measures because I can't really remember. It's kind of like as you go by, you know, chop shit up and you just put it in there. But the basic ingredients are pieces of chicken, whether they're like chicken, like legs,
Okay.
breast, and fillet the thigh, 1 lime. Then it has peppers, 2 bell peppers, coriander, oregano, black pepper, onion, minced garlic, olives. And then you let it sit for like half an hour or more, whatever, how much you want to marinate it for. And that's pretty much it. That's like the seasoning. I think what we do first is we separate the chicken from the rest of the mix because you want the vegetables to stay there.
Okay.
First you fry the chicken a little bit alone,
Okay.
and then you take the remainder of the vegetables,
Okay.
and then you put that in the chicken.
Right, I just go like this.
Nah, pretty much.
And I like wipe off the stuff. off the chicken.
As much as you can.
Alright, alright.
I have the tendency to drink a lot when I cook.
That's the problem with cooks, man. That's why we're all alcoholics.
It's like I'll down half a bottle of wine. By the time I'm done with like cooking, I'm already drunk. Caribbean like chicken. I don't even know what the name of the recipe is. Usually it's called arroyo, but I'm kind of like improvising it a little bit. But a lot of like Caribbean recipes are really up to taste.
Yeah.
Like as you're making this shit, you gotta be tasting and see like your salt levels and all that stuff. The home cooking part of it, as I remember, was more like, hey, you like this shit? My grandma used to scoop up some bread and be like, oh, it's good. That's it. And it was always like 99% of the time good. I don't ever remember that shit being bad. About to live aqui. And I should start with the music. Plantain. So it looks like a banana, but it's not a banana. You can't eat it raw. I mean, I'm a big fan of like, you know, high cuisine and shit, but whatever.
No,
Like when I cook, I try to remember like the recipes I used to eat at home, because these are the ones I want to like at least get right.
Yeah.
You know, for me it's like way harder to try to replicate one of like my grandma's recipes, which I only remember like the smells from. Like just from smell and taste, I'm like, I got it wrong or I got it right.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I don't remember like the amount of stuff they used to put in it, but as time progressed and I started cooking a little more, I started to realize like the tasting the shit, I was like, oh, that's exactly what it tastes like or near what it used to taste like, you know?
That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's how food should be. I mean, you're right. It's fun to go to like a nice fancy restaurant and whatnot, but when it comes down to food, it's what
I'm more a soul food type guy.
It
smells good, huh? So now let's start with the banana. With the plantain, slightly fried. For like a minute and a half on each side. Now it's got that color. So now we add the vegetables. And this is where the party really happens. A little bit of ginseng. So once we get that caramel color going, I use some tomato paste together with the chunky tomato sauce here, half and half. And then we mix that shit in. It'll go everywhere. There we go. And then we add water. And we wait. Lower the heat. And now this is the nice part, how we make the plantain chips. So what I do is I take this, after it's been fried a little bit, like in banana form, I take a napkin, fucking whatever this is, and then I crush. Once you crush, you get it flat, put it on the side, and one by one you do this for every single one of them, and then you fry it again. favor, que esto, bro.
Now you're fucked. Now that we know you cook so well, you're gonna have to cook more often. So we've known each other for what, 20
years. You were class 2019. 2019 to
99.
99. 99. Oh.
Class of 99, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was class 2000. It's
Fucking crazy.
Look at us now.
Yeah.
We look like fucking douchebags. Like you got a mohawk and I'm like living downtown.
So, how's work after this wonderful
lockdown bullshit, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess, man. Well, it's not great. It's not great, let's be honest. But you know, I think the fittest survive, so if you're good at your job and you know what you're doing and you're a creative person, you're always gonna like pick up on something, I guess, you know?
Did you get a chance to produce it all? Did you make
I did, I made a lot of tunes, mainly instrumental versions of stuff. A lot of stuff I had lying around, a lot of stuff I made from the giddy up. Because literally there was nothing to do, so I like obsessively was waking up in the morning early just making music. I had no lyrics almost. I didn't feel like saying anything, which was usually like the other way around. I'm usually like I write, then I make beats. This time was like make music. I'd sit there in front of the page and be like, oh, fuck this.
Fuck
you know? And I'd just go back to making music. This is like a cycle.
I heard some nice lyrics.
Yeah, and then I made this tune, which I don't really have a name for, and I think it came out of like the constant like just being on Instagram and looking at photos of people and just all this bullshit that's like on social media, and I was like, I want to kind of like troll it, but I don't want to be excessively mean, but at the same time have the shit that, you know, has to be kind of true. So I started playing with some lyrics, and it's like a little version that goes like this. A little funky. Yeah.
It's been a minute since I jumped back in it. Teasing with the funk in my pocket, hit or win it. Expose, transpose, and juxtapose, cause I need it to be crispy to the crunch. You dig? Never retire, this funk can't expire. Quit the yip yapping and go preaching to the choir. I lock down, wing passing the corona. No, make the wheels turn up whichever way you wanna.
Something like that, you know.
Alright.
And well, I'm not trying to make like old school hip hop as much as I'm like messing with electronic sounds nowadays. But I think this just like kind of felt right on its own, and it just went from there. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do with these tunes. I'm just sitting here like making tunes. Eventually I'm going for an album, but I mean, I guess I'm in no hurry, so there's plenty of time.
You can always cook.
I can always cook.
In the meanwhile, you got a nice view outside your studio.
Yeah, I'm fond of the trees.
Yeah, man.
I've always been fond of like having a good view where you work, man, because like closed walls just kind of give me no breath. It's kind of weird, like being locked in basements and shit. I mean, I've done that shit before, but I'd rather not anymore. You know, the sun is shining.
We're all grown up as well.
True.
Dude, thank you for having us, man. The food was awesome.
Thank you,
the
man.
The beats are always awesome.
For featuring this.
Oh, thanks.
I hope it was to your liking. Cook again, I guess.
Cook again, I guess. Thanks, bro.
Thank you, man.